In today's video, I'm going to answer the question, is low and slow the correct method for you with the driver? Make sure you check out this video. Jon Watts here from the TruGolf Academy. You've joined me in my indoor swing studio, and today's video, as I mentioned there in the intro, is all going to be about our driver, and we're going to talk about increasing our speed and the tail off that, increasing our accuracy. And I'm going to answer the question, is low and slow, which we've kind of heard for years and years, the right answer with the driver in your hand. If you do enjoy the content of this video, make sure you hit the thumbs up, share it with as many golfers as you can, and please do subscribe. So low and slow is often talked about in that first takeaway movement here, but if you watch a lot of the modern hitters, Bryson DeChambeau really pumping out there, generating some huge speed, you'll see that his takeaway movement's very, very quick. Now, why is that the case? Because he's actually trying to increase his range of movement. So he's trying to make a bigger shoulder turn, a bigger hip turn, get the club further away from the golf ball and generate more speed, more momentum. So if we are going for speed and power, then low and slow, well, the low part might be okay, but the slow part isn't really going to help us. That's going to create a slightly shorter swing. If we're going for accuracy, great, let's talk about that low, slow movement and trying to find a few more fairways. So I guess it depends on what you're trying to achieve with your driver in your hand. If you do want some extra yards, if you do want to increase your turn in the backswing to actually get that club a little bit further away from the golf ball, a great drill for you is to actually start with the club over and past the golf ball, so it's closer towards the target than the ball, and we're actually going to start the swing from there, and it's just going to give us that little bit of momentum so the club's already moving by the time it gets to the golf ball. So we're actually going to start the swing from here. I'll just have a couple of practice movements at it, and then it's that feeling of a longer movement because we're actually creating more speed. So more shoulder turn, more hip turn, club is further away from the golf ball to generate a little bit more. I'm going to hit a bog standard one, which for me, I'm normally at a clubhead speed around 103. The scary heights are 103. I need to increase it. This is a bog standard one, and I'm going to see if I can generate a little bit more speed from a slightly longer swing. So as I said, normal one first. So leak that one just a little bit right to target. Let's have a quick peek at the speeds and see what we're dealing with, and see if I can increase the speed just with that longer movement. Quite a good distance on that one for me, 281. So I got a clubhead speed of a bit quicker than I'd normally be, 106. So 106 clubhead speed, 145 and a half ball speed. So I want to see if I can increase that speed just with a quicker takeaway. So I'm just going to do one as a drill swing first of all, where I'm going to start with the golf club past the golf ball. So the idea is quicker takeaway, longer movement, more speed. Now this isn't necessarily talking about increasing accuracy, but definitely talking about increasing range of movement, increasing club head speed. So I'm going to start with the club back here, and you're going to take the club back over the top of the golf ball, so we've already got some momentum. Now don't worry about the direction when you're trying to play around with speed to start with on the driving range. Got that ball hooking, you can see more distance, but the distance is going to be a little bit irrelevant because of the shot shape I hit here. But I've got 106 to beat, and that was a drill swing, so up to 109, so an increase of 3 miles an hour. So if we're talking about generating more speed, then we've actually got to increase the speed of our takeaway to make a longer range of movement. There are other things we could do to increase our speed, but I'm discussing here that takeaway movement. As I said, if there is some momentum, if there's a little bit more speed, we can make a longer golf swing. I'm going to do one last shot to finish with, keeping the club still behind the ball, but trying to still get that sensation of generating a little bit of quicker takeaway movement and increasing my turn. So I'm going to get that feeling. You'll see when Bryson's doing, and it's obviously a lot quicker than that, when he's doing his practice swings, he's really doing them flat out, trying to get those muscles firing. So quicker takeaway, bigger range of movement, see if I can generate more speed. Kind of 110 I want. Out the bottom of the club head, not the best strike, but it's speed that we're going for. When you're first trying it on the range, it's going to feel a little bit out of control. It's maybe one that you can take to the course after a bit of practice time. And of course, when the fairway is wide enough to allow it. So not a great ball speed because the strike was poor. But I got the club head up to nearly, that's a personal best for me, nearly 112. So 111.8 miles an hour. I'm going to claim 112 on that one, I think. And rubbish ball speed because the strike wasn't there, but increase that club head speed, which is the training I'm trying to do. If we're talking about generating more accuracy, it might well be that you're feeling this smoother, slower takeaway movement. If we're talking about increasing your speed, perhaps try a quicker first movement, increase your turn, something to try on the driving range first of all. As I mentioned there in the intro, if you enjoy the content, if you find it useful, hit the thumbs up, share it with as many golfers as you can, and please do consider subscribing. Cheers guys, we'll see you next time.